Earlier this month, my wife's uncle called me up with a question I'm asked all the time: which car should I buy? He wants a sports sedan, something that can handle tarmac and a bit of snow, under a healthy budget cap. The candidates aren't surprising: Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, Mercedes AMG C63S, or a BMW M3. Knowing he's not a masochist, I advised he skip the Alfa. The new BMW M3 isn't here yet. That leaves the throaty snarl, good looks, and superb available Burmester audio of the AMG. Obviously, get the C63S. Looking back, though, I need to change my answer. The real pick is still an AMG, but a slightly bigger one. The lords and ladies of a falterback have only just cooked up. The next time a snowpocalypse hits and he needs to get going in a hurry, he's going to want a 2021 Mercedes AMG GLE 63S to brave the storm. Heresy? No. Just the truth about how good AMG's getting at making fast SUVs. The 2021 Mercedes AMG GLE 63S, by the numbers. Base price, $113,950. Powertrain, 4.0-liter twin-turbocharged V8 9-speed automatic all-wheel drive. Horsepower, EQ-Boost 603 horsepower at 5,750 to 6,500 RPM, 624 horsepower. Torque, EQ-Boost 627 pound-feet of torque at 2,500 to 4,500 RPM, 811 lb-ft. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 3.7 seconds. Passenger capacity, 5. The promise: you don't need a sports sedan anymore. The delivery: you don't need a sports sedan anymore. A Mercedes AMG is still a Mercedes-Benz. In Mercedes-Benz world, the GLE replaced the ML SUV in 2015 and features a roughly similar exterior to that of its predecessor, though updated with a more modern look. The GLE 63S heats the formula up with more aggression and bulges. Got it? Good, moving on. Inside the 4-door, 5-passenger SUV, it's everything you'd want from a $100,000 Mercedes AMG. Gorgeously upholstered, the leather seats, both front and rear, are Oberweis creamy. Up front, the sport seats are well bolstered, if a little on the tight side for everyday jaunts into town. And due to the SUV's large upright greenhouse, there's plenty of room for full-size adults in the rear in both the leg and headroom departments. Carried over from the standard GLE is the MBUX infotainment center, which can be controlled either by touch, a host of physical buttons that sprawl across the dash and steering wheel, or the trackpad that replaces Mercedes' old rotary controller. The system isn't as seamless as I'd like, as the controller is sensitive and often skips around when you're searching for something. Neither are the headlining categories intuitive to what they control, but after a few hours behind the wheel, I got used to it. You can also just save yourself the headache and plug in your phone for CarPlay or Auto. Mercedes says the GLE 63S also gets a new steering wheel design, but it's little more than 2 extra strakes angled toward the base of the wheel. Porsche likely recognizes the pattern. As I hinted above, the optional 3D Burmester system is a must-buy. Few audio systems sound as crisp, clear, or as close to a Trax master as the Burmester. Even difficult, heavily produced songs that routinely show the failings of lesser systems, such as Justice's Canon, sound impeccable. I could have listened to it all day. One interior issue that plagues the GLE 63S, which also plagued the 2020 Cadillac CT5V I recently reviewed, is a small, nubby protuberance on lower dash next to the steering column, located at the perfect height to dig into my right kneecap. In the Mercedes, it houses the SUV's starter button, and my undying despise toward whoever thought its placement was fine. What, I ask you, was wrong with the starter button at a normal height on the dash? My complaints end there, though. And while the interior and exterior remain committed to Mercedes-Benz heritage of luxury, its powertrain looks to the future, even if it's still rocking a V8. Cyberpunk 2021. The 2021 Mercedes-AMG GLE 63S is propelled by Mercedes-AMG's now ubiquitous twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 engine. It's in everything from AMG GT RS to SUVs and even Aston Martins, making a healthy 603 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque here. 60 is breached in 3.7 seconds and an electronic governor pegs the top speed to just 174, how slow. Like its more pedestrian GLE stablemates, the AMG runs on the modular high architecture (MHF) chassis, the first Mercedes-Benz to do so. Light for its class, and adaptable, the sharp driving dynamics it helps produce make it an engineering accomplishment in its own right. But what really left me in awe is the futuristic 48V mild hybrid technology baked into every facet of the GLE 63S. Other manufacturers are content with marrying internal combustion engines with electric systems to either decrease fuel consumption or increase power. Mercedes figured it could have its cake and eat it too. The result is a 48-volt hybrid system that increases power and efficiency and removes the need for a starter motor and runs the company's hugely impressive e-active body control system, bringing active air shocks, electronic dampers and sway bars, four-wheel steer, and active engine mounts.